Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we will talk about the application for Italian citizenship by descent, but not just talking about the application. Today we want to share with you some really huge positive news about the application following the new law that was introduced by the government, so approved by the parliament, so the law 74 in late May 2025. We will also tell you what you need to do right now if you are going to file your application right now, or if you are preparing the application right now. This is Marco Barzani as always from the Bersani Law Office from Italy, an Italian immigration law with expertise on Italian citizenship application. So do not lose any more time and let's start. As I've told in the introduction of the video, today we will share with you some really good news. But let's make a step back and let's talk about a little bit, because I'm pretty sure you know it, but maybe not everybody heard about it. So very recently, we are talking about the end of March, the government introduced a decree law, like an emergency decree, in which they wanted to set some really important, relevant limitation for the application for Italian citizenship by descent, like generational limit and some other limitation. And after that, the decree law that was immediately in force, then it was converted by the Italian parliament into a law. So now we have a new law, the law 74 of 2025. This was a completely unexpected move from the government, and basically the government introduced this decree law for trying to limit people to apply for Italian citizenship by descent for political reason, of course. So this created a really chaos, a really mess into all the application, to the scenarios of all the application, pending application and future applications for Italian citizenship by descent. But after the decree law, so when the decree law was introduced, and so after the law, we already talked about it, that we immediately made a video explaining you what is happening, what was happening, and what you need to do. And we explained that you need to continue fighting for your case, you need to continue filing your case through your immigration attorney, because right now the only way to try to fight for your right, to have your right claimed, is going through the court system. This is the only way to proceed, because at the very end, the Italian consulate right now, if you try to file an application for the Italian with the Italian consulate, also if you have a case that should be processed by the Italian consulate, you can face a couple of different scenarios. Or your Italian consulate is not allowing you to apply, they simply have, a problem, well-known problem with the lack of appointments, so basically you are unable to get an appointment with your local Italian consulate. Or maybe the Italian consulate allow you to come, but they will say to you, well, you're not eligible anymore because the law is changed, now you're not eligible anymore. So maybe you spend years and years to prepare documentation, to wait documents, spend a lot of money to prepare the documents, or maybe you were in a waiting list, so it's like 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, you are waiting for an appointment with all documents already in your hands, ready to be filed, and now you are facing this new situation. And so the Italian consulate will say, I'm sorry, the law changed. So in the previous video, I leave you here the link if you want to watch it, or also in the comment section. In the video, we explain what you need to do. So do not be discouraged, do not give up, continue to fight for your rights of Italian citizenship. After filing many cases, so after the new regulation, or 1948 cases, or lack of appointment case, so by going to the court because you are facing a lack of appointment with your local Italian consulate, besides filing the cases, we also ask for having the new legislation to be forward in front of the Constitutional Court in Italy. The Constitutional Court in Italy is the court who is a guarantee, the judicial authority to guarantee that all laws must respect the principles of the Italian Constitution. So the law must not be discretional, they must be not discriminatory, they have not to go against the rights of people. So everything must be in line with all the constitutional rules, with all the constitutional principles. And also us, in different cases, we have filed after the new regulation many cases in several courts across all Italy. In the cases, we also ask to the single judges to forward the case and so forward the discussion in front of the Constitutional Court, because the new regulation, the new law, has many constitutional concerns. As I said, the new law, in our opinion, creates a really discrimination, a really important, serious discrimination among the applicants, and so also for the future applicants, like, for example, your minor children. So there are many things to talk about it. And today we received the confirmation that there was a court, not in one of our cases, but through other colleagues, that one court decided to say yes, this law has serious constitutional concern, and so the judge will authorize to forward the discussion in front of the Constitutional Court. This is a really big positive news for your application and also for your future application. Now we will explain you why, first of all, and two, what you should do now with your application. So first of all, what does it mean? So the fact that there was a case forward in front of the Constitutional Court, and why it's a positive news for you and for the future application. Well, it's very important because there was a judge in this specific case from the Court of Torino, and on June 25, so really a few days ago, authorized to forward the application, so the discussion in front of the Constitutional Court. It's very important because when the judge from the court says, yes, I agree with you, there are some constitutional concerns about the new legislation, and so authorized for the case to be forward in front of the Constitutional Court for the discussion. But well, of course, the judge gives a really detailed motivation. We have a decision from the judge in which the judge says, about this point I think this, about this point I think this, so it explains exactly why the judge thinks that the attorney is right, and so there are actually constitutional concerns. So what is important is that the judicial statement, judicial decision explain exactly what are also, in the opinion of the judge of the court, the constitutional concern. And this can be really helpful for your case, if your case is already filed, but also if you want to file soon a case, because in all judicial cases that you already have pending or you are going to file soon, for example in the next month, well, you can use that motivation to also make your case even stronger and to continue to fight for your rights of Italian citizenship. So the judge made a really detailed description of the case, in the specific case, and why there are some constitutional concerns. So basically the judge said what we already said in the last videos, and so what is our position? You got, if you were born before the new legislation, so if you were born before March 2025, you already got your right of Italian citizenship by descent. You got your right of Italian citizenship by descent before, under the provision of the old legislation, okay? So you already got at your birth, by blood, by descent, you already got your right of claiming Italian citizenship by descent, and nobody can touch it. There was a really detailed examination about all the past legal precedent, recalling the Supreme Court of Cassazione, also other regulation decision made by the Constitutional Court in the past about the concept of Italian citizenship. So, and the fact that Italian citizenship is a really personal right, is a really strong right protected by the Italian Constitution, and nobody can touch it. So also the law, also if there is a new law that is introduced, like it happened this year in 2025, the new law cannot be retrospective. Cannot say, well, you don't have anymore your right of citizenship, because you got your right of citizenship since your birth, and nobody can touch it. Only you, with your voluntary renunciation, are the only one that can cancel your right, but nobody can touch it, because the Italian citizenship right is protected by the Italian Constitution. So this is very important. So this is very important because it means that if you were born, as I think most of cases, before the new legislation, you already got your right. So you can go to the court to claim your right of Italian citizenship by descent, because you cannot go anymore through the Italian consulate, given the fact that the Italian consulate or is not allowing you to take an appointment, or they simply apply the new law. So until the new law will be changed, because we are pretty optimistic that the Constitutional Court will say yes, there are these constitutional concern, and so the Constitutional Court will order the Parliament to amend the law. So the law will be changed in a very favorable way, and we are optimistic, as I said, about it. Until that moment, you need to fight your case. As always, if you have some questions, something you want to ask, you can leave some comments below. Leave some comments into the below in the comment section of the video. Please remember that we cannot do consultation via YouTube. If you write us a comment like, I'm eligible, can you please check if I am eligible, we cannot reply to you. You need to book a consultation call. We need to talk face by face to talk about your case, your situation, your documents, your information, and anything else. We need to talk in detail about your case. You can contact us, you can go to the website, there's a contact form, or you can also book a consultation call so we can deeply analyze your case, check what are the chances of success, what we can do for your case, if there are alternative options, also for family members. So we need to better talk about your case. If there are of course, some news, something that we will need to share with you, like for example, the outcome of the Constitutional Court hearings, we will keep you updated immediately, of course, as always, with the latest update about the application for Italian citizenship by descent. Until the moment, keep following the channel, make a like to this video, subscribe. This is very important. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because this is the only way you will receive immediately, as soon as we post a video, immediately a notification. You can watch all the latest news immediately before anybody else. Thank you so much for your time, and see you on the next videos.